Welcome back. Joining us for our second conversation and kind of staying in lines with the health theme for this morning. It's all about highlighting the power of medicine with the University of Belize's Pharmacy Club. And joining us on the couch is pharmacy student Rosa Hernandez. Good morning.
Morning.
And the Dean of Faculty of Health Sciences over at UB, Miss Lydia Thornton. Good morning, ladies.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. We've been covering health. The ladies from the Ministry of Health and Wellness were here earlier discussing the reasons why we need to be more mindful and aware of our health. I believe that the pharmacy program over at the Faculty of Health Sciences is also inspiring their students to be a part of that change and conversations. Let's start with you, Lecturer Thurton. Talk about the program over at UB.
Well, the pharmacy program at the University of Belize is a Bachelor of Pharmacy program. It's a 5-year bachelor's program. And we have built this curriculum to be in line with what happens regionally. We encourage our students to interact not only in the classroom, but also with the communities they serve. And we're here today because this week is observed as Pharmacy Week. And World Pharmacist Day is on the 25th of September under the theme, Think Health, Think Pharmacy. And it's basically to encourage the community to interact with the pharmacists. It's not just about selling medication, but that pharmacists are also involved with health promotion activities, and they're there to answer your questions. The most accessible member of the healthcare team, in that you can walk into a community pharmacy and speak to a trained, licensed professional to get health information. So
I think that there is that misconception of pharmacists, right, where they're just there to check your change and sell your medicine, but the reality is that they have to know the dosage, they have to know what is right to give you when it comes to your prescription and so forth.
Yes, so yes, we're there as a part of the healthcare team, and as a check and balance, our area of expertise is the medication and how they work and what to expect. But pharmacists are also involved in patient education, patient counseling. So the goal of that really is to help people understand the role medication plays. And like I said, it goes beyond that in terms of what are some of the lifestyle activities and the preventative actions you can take to delay or prevent you from getting to that stage. So our pharmacy club decided that this year they want to take on the role of highlighting the role of the pharmacist in the community.
That's so interesting, because I'm here and I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, oftentimes when we get ill or something is wrong with us physically, we're going to think about the doctor, right? And we don't think, okay, the two go hand in hand. So if I go to the doctor, I have to go to the pharmacist to get the prescribed medication and what have you. And so to the pharmacy club, how do you guys promote this idea that the pharmacist is as important to health and the healthcare system as the doctor and the nurse?
Well, I love your question, because actually today, the 23rd of September, we have this event going on at Central Health Region, just a walk up this lane here. We will be out there, promoting pharmacists, the role of pharmacists in the community as well. We'll be out there giving free blood glucose checks, free blood pressure checks. We're going to be educating the public as to the roles of medication, how to use your medication, medication adherence, misuse of medications as well. So that's how we go about promoting pharmacists in a whole, doing outreaches, doing events as like the one I mentioned. Also on Thursday, the actual day of the Pharmacy Day internationally, we're going to be having on campus, on the Belmopan campus, an activity whereby the same will be done, blood pressure checks, glucose checks, and we're going to be educating not only students, but we invite the wider community to come out and, see what's going on.
As a student at the tertiary level, what piqued your interest to pursue pharmacy?
I love when they ask me this question. I would say I just got wind of the pharmacy program in Belize, and what led me to actually want to study it is an instance occurred whereby one of my family members fell ill. I didn't know what to do, and I was very, impressed by the fact that pharmacists knew, oh, this drug could be used for that, that drug could be used for this. And I want to say they're nitpicky, but they know exactly what drug to use in certain conditions. Because like my lecturer mentioned, pharmacists are drug experts. So that expertise is the knowledge that I desired to one day acquire. So that's what led me to study pharmacy.
I think that the misconception of the doctor, like we go to the doctor to try to feel better, but the reality is that the doctor can diagnose, can operate, but only the pharmacist can distribute. Yes. And it's important for I think the viewers to understand that relationship does go hand in hand. Your doctor can't necessarily tell you this is how much milligrams and can cut that milligram to suit you and your condition. And for us to be able to get better and to treat ourselves properly, you need the pharmacist.
Yes, it's a team. It's a team effort.
Yes.
And recognizing that when it comes to the role the medication plays, the pharmacist has a responsibility, professional responsibility, and a legal responsibility to ensure safety in terms of the medications they distribute, safety in terms of helping patients understand the role, and also liaising with the doctors, the nurses, because while they too have some knowledge in this area, really the role of the medication, how it works, the mechanics of how it works, what to expect, good and bad, is the area that the pharmacist is their area, right? So we have that responsibility to contribute to achieving whatever goal, medical and therapeutic goals the physicians has set in monitoring what happens to the medication.
As a curriculum at the University of Belize, do you find that a lot of students, or there's an interest from students to pursue pharmacy and the studies that go along with it?
Yes, there is. I have been with the program since University College of Belize, and pharmacy education has existed in Belize for decades. And we have seen with the program moving to a bachelor degree level, we have seen increased interest. And I would say more than 95% of the pharmacists in Belize have been trained in Belize, right? And they go through the legal procedure of being licensed under the laws of Belize. The curriculum is one that is in line with the Pan American Conference on Pharmacy Education, so that pharmacy is pharmacy wherever you are, and so there are key things we have to ensure are included in our curriculum.
Rosa, let's talk about the club itself, because we were just a little while ago talking about activities, but I imagine that it was assembled by youths to be able to educate and create this sort of awareness for the public. But how do you get people your age involved in something like this?
Well, being youths, of course, we're busy, but we try to promote our club social media-wise on campus as well, through the same activities that we mentioned. To get these individuals involved, basically we literally holler, we holler, hey, we have this event, we want you to come out. And the funny thing about this is that when you become a pharmacy student, you're automatically a member of the pharmacy club.
Okay.
So we always try to engage every single body, try not to leave anybody out, because like Ms. Turton mentioned, onto her point, it's a community effort. We want the pharmacists to be united as well, pharmacy student united, and that's what we want out there in the field as well. So that's what we promote in class or in school, and that's what we want us to take out there later on.
I can't imagine that we were just having this discussion with our colleagues from the ministry earlier. Persons don't necessarily gravitate towards health until something is wrong, right? And so how do you ensure that you kind of keep this education campaign going for people to still go and get themselves checked as a pharmacy student?
Well, as a pharmacist, speaking from a student perspective, basically just first of all, focusing on your classes. You need to first learn, because what you don't have, the knowledge that you don't have, you can't give to others. Secondly, try to let people understand, not only through the outreaches, but like media appearances like these, because pharmacy is barely exposed here in Belize. For instance, I was saying the other day that I didn't know that a pharmacy program existed in Belize until it was mentioned by somebody else. So having interactions like these ones, interactions there on the streets as well, with random people, going to schools to educate the students as well. That's how we spread the awareness that pharmacy exists in Belize, and we actually want more pharmacists in Belize, because it's like a profession that is not really given that much importance. But I mean, doing your best, just talking, making people know that the program exists, doing flyers, whatever, just taking it out there.
Is the program large? Do you have a large intake of students?
It's growing. Like I mentioned before, since the bachelor's program, before this we had an associate degree program, but with the launch of the bachelor's program, we are seeing increased numbers in terms of enrollment. Yes, and as Rosa mentioned, the role of the pharmacist in the community is important. It's not just about being behind the counter, but in terms of, if you're to address the needs of your community, you have to get out and interact with your community, right? And take advantage of the fact that you can walk into any community pharmacy and speak to a pharmacist without an appointment, without having to pay a fee, and get professional advice.
Yeah. I think in Belize, I just said, I say in Belize, you might not necessarily find a clinic, but you will find a pharmacy.
Yes.
I think confidentiality is also a huge part of this.
Of course.
Because when you have been diagnosed with an illness, for instance, right, you have to first internalize, okay, this is what I'm sick with. Now I need to go to a pharmacist to ask for the medication that I need to get well or to treat this particular illness. To do that, I have to open up to you and tell you, hey, look, this is my diagnosis and what have you. I have to have that sense of trust. And confidence in having that conversation with you. So while, yes, you do have, quote unquote, the answer, it's me getting to that mental space that I can open up to you about what's affecting me, and then the treatment begins.
Like any other healthcare professional, confidentiality is critical. And it's one of the things we thread throughout our curriculum and interactions in the classroom, that especially if you're coming, say, from a small community that you grew up in, and you now come back as the pharmacist, you have to be that professional so that people know that when they come to you as a professional, your information is held confidential. So building that trusting relationship, patient-pharmacist relationship, is one of the key things we aim for. So that, yes, we have the professional answers, but we are also ethical and trained professionals, and we understand the role of confidentiality. So that is something that is not foreign to pharmacy, right? But it's building that relationship, and that the onus really is on the pharmacist to create that environment so that you can begin to build that relationship, that trusting relationship.
How do you deal with customers or with patients that might tell you, I don't think that'll work?
Yeah.
I don't really feel like if I take 2 Tylenol and an ibuprofen, that'll work for me. How do you manage this?
And I tell my students as well, sometimes you don't get through to people right away, but you use every opportunity you have to educate, to share, to listen, to hear what they're saying, and to try and clear up whatever misconceptions they might have, misunderstanding of the information. And you earn respect that way, you earn trust that way, in that they recognize that you're not just there to make a buck, but you're there to provide them with information that will help them. So it's not always about selling the medication, but engaging them in that conversation to help them. And you may not get through to them the first time or the second time, but you use every opportunity to reinforce.
Here's a question. Young people are always looking for an area of work that is lucrative, right? Something that perhaps once they've invested in their education, that the return would be from being able to make some money off of whatever it is that they're doing. In that particular context, how lucrative is a career in pharmacy and the sales of pharmaceuticals?
Pharmacy is one of the areas where you can be your own boss, right? So entrepreneurship is a real thing for pharmacy.
Yeah.
But it does take a lot of work and dedication and focus. So I would not say that you will get rich quick or overnight. It does take a lot of work, but you get to that point where you have built your business, you have built your professional reputation, that you could be comfortable, right? But I would not mislead to say that it's a get rich quick profession, right?
Yeah.
It's a medical profession. It does take a lot of work, focus, dedication, responsibility in terms of legal and ethical responsibility to build your professional.
Let's talk about some of the activities that are taking place for this week. You were mentioning some earlier.
Right. So today, I believe around 9 o'clock a.m., we should be having the initiation of the event over at Central Health Region in Belize City right here. We ask anybody to just come out. You can get your free hypertension, your blood pressure check, your glucose check, like I mentioned earlier on. You can be educated on the roles of medication, misuse of medication, the roles of a pharmacist as well. That will be today's event. There will also be other activities as well going around, but the 4th-year students of the pharmacy program at the University of Belize, those are the topics we're going to be covering. And moving on to Thursday of this week on the Belmpan campus, as mentioned earlier, the same topics will be discussed. So we just ask the general public to come out and, learn something new, because every day we're learning.
Okay. Before we wrap up our conversation this morning, why should students be interested in this program, and how do you invite them to join?
I want to tell them straight up. I don't know which camera for look on, right?
That one right there.
All right. We need pharmacists in Belize. And as my lecturer mentioned, it's a profession that not like you come in and you get rich like that. Yes, you over time you build your lifestyle, you build over time, and you are able to live a comfortable life. But we want you guys to come because you have a passion for caring for others, for wanting to see others get better. I don't want to get rich type of thing, right? But we do invite you guys to come. It's very interesting. I myself didn't know that pharmacy was a thing for me. And eventually when I got one of the program, I just, I went in, and curiosity led me here. But I love the program itself. I love my lecturers. And I must big them up as well. Ms. Turton, we have Dr. Dan, who lectures there at the University of Belize, Mr. Abo, Mr. Keshan, Ms. Rondine. Hope I'm not forget any other lecturer or teacher. But yes, this is a very needed area here in Belize. Pharmacists would run out of pharmacists, guys. So just come out and try, register, or, just try the program.
Where can they find more information about the program?
The University of Belize website, you can get information there. You can always email us at University of Belize, FHS Dean's Office at ub.edu.bc.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And before we take our break, I want to share with you the cultural phrase of the day. Let's see if you can get this one. You ready, Rosa?
I'm ready.
All right, then. Cool. Hand napkin, turntable cloth. Hand napkin, turntable. I tell you, these cultural phrases, I don't know this one neither.
I'm out in the woods with that.
Yeah, hand napkin, turntable cloth. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Coming from one upliftment.
Okay, well, the meaning, according to my notes here, says someone who has advanced in life and now looks down on others. Yeah, I would have never get down on it. Hand napkin, turntable cloth. Someone who has advanced in life and now looks down on others. So That's a
Learn
new one
something
for
new.
me. I'm adding that one to the list. But thank you so much, ladies, for engaging with us this morning, and best of luck with your activities.
Thank you
for having us.
We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Open Your Eyes. Don't go away.